Have you ever wondered if your Etsy listings are being hidden by the algorithm? You post something new, you optimize your tags, maybe you even run a sale, and then it's just crickets. I've been there. And here's the deal. Etsy might not tell you that you're being shadow banned, but if you're doing any of these 5 things, they are suppressing your shop right now. What's the good news? I'm going to show you exactly how to fix this today. First, what does it mean to be shadow banned on Etsy? Unlike Instagram or TikTok, where you might get flagged outright, Etsy quietly buries your listings so they never reach page 1. That means no traffic, no sales, no growth. Let's start with the number 1 way that sellers accidentally destroy their search ranking. They think they're being smart when they're doing it. Overusing repetitive tags and titles. You have to remember, Etsy rewards relevance, not redundancy. So if you are stuffing your listing titles and your tags with the same 2 to 3 keywords over and over and over again, Etsy's algorithm reads it as spam. We audited a digital planner shop last month that had the same phrase, digital planner, repeated 4 times in the title, 4 times in the tags, and 4 times in the descriptions. What was the result? That listing had 3 views over the whole month. What we want you to use is variety. We are using unique long tail phrases and keywords, at least 3 or more words together. So examples would be daily iPad planner, minimalist college schedule, editable teacher workbook PDF. Each of those sets of long tail keywords reaches a different customer, and Etsy sees you as a helpful, relevant shop and not a keyword spammer. Because when you repeat the same short tail keywords over and over and over again, you are just canceling out yourself. Now, your tags might be solid, but this next mistake actually punishes your entire shop, even your bestseller listings, keeping too many low-performing listings in the shop. 1 dead listing is like having a flat tire. 10 dead listings, that is a totaled car. Etsy tracks listing performance and shop-wide conversion rates. So if you are dragging around 50 duds in your shop, those top listings will suffer too, because those are hurting your overall shop's conversion rate, which is giving your shop a negative quality score. So your shop is only as good as how many bad listings you have. We had a student with 140 listings. Only 6 of those listings were getting traffic. The rest of the listings, Etsy was actually counting those against her because it was hurting the shop's quality score. What we did was disable 90 of those listings, and then her visibility doubled in just 14 days. So how do you fix this? Every 30 days, you need to audit your shop. Audit your listings. So go to your listings, turn on the stats. Anything with 0 views or favorites, rework it. Now, this means rework it with new SEO. Now, if they already are optimized with great SEO, then just disable those listings. Let's say a dead listing is using boho pillow cover in its SEO. Instead, you would replace that with something trending like retro floral cushion cover using the same exact listing shell. You're simply updating the SEO. Now, I did that with my shop. You can see what happened here. I listed this in 2020 and I was calling it a dusty pink rose head. Not until I shifted the SEO to be matte rose gold did it actually take off. And you can see what happened to the traffic. It had hardly any visits in 2020, in 2021. And then all of a sudden I changed the SEO, really fitting into the matte rose gold trend and the rose gold trend that was in weddings that year. Then it finally really took off. Sometimes replacing SEO is all you need. Now, this next one is where Etsy gets really picky. Using trademarked brands in tags or titles. Just because it's trending does not mean you can tag it. Brand names like Stanley, Lululemon, or Disney are trademarked. And Etsy's bots do crawl your listings and can suppress anything that they see as risky. So if you've noticed, Disney listings, they do sell. They sell a lot, but Etsy doesn't make an effort to show them because these are suppressed with those trademarks. So you will see here on the first page of search results with mama shirt, we are not seeing anything Disney, even though Disney mama shirts do go viral. So instead, when we look up Disney mama shirt, tons and tons and tons of bestsellers, but they were suppressed under the more general search results. So instead, what you want to do is describe the product's function and vibe. You might say 40-ounce matte insulated travel mug, or you might call out the specific type of tumbler that wouldn't have a trademark, such as Quencher, or you might call it a neutral tumbler for the gym or neutral tumbler work, and you'll get found without getting flagged. Now, even if your SEO is squeaky squeaky clean, this hidden pattern can still get your listings pushed down the feed. Irregular order behavior. Etsy's algorithm, they love consistency. Sudden spikes followed by complete silence, that is a red flag to Etsy. And Etsy will interpret that as potential manipulation or unreliability. So we had a student go totally viral on Facebook, and she went from 0 to 60 orders in a weekend, which was amazing. But then nothing. Etsy not only put their payouts in a reserve for, I think it was at least 45 or 60 days, but they also pulled the listings from page 1. And they'll do that if they assume that you might not be able to fulfill the orders or that you're not yet scalable. This most commonly happens when you have not yet fulfilled that huge influx of orders. What we want to do in our strategies is actually build a snowball, which means we're starting small, we're building momentum. So using my sprint strategy, we are really launching roughly 50 to 100 listings, and we're building gradual order momentum using traffic outside of Etsy. Now, the key here is order velocity, not just a big volume all at once. So we want to be building momentum over time. Okay, now let's say you fix all of that, but you still have no traffic. Then the problem might be using identical tags across every single listing. And this is because you don't want all of your listings competing against each other. Etsy wants variety. So this means you don't want 20 listings with the same SEO or keywords, even if it's only in your tags. So an example of this would be a sticker shop using aesthetic sticker and cute vinyl decal on every product. Etsy will pick one listing as the best, and they will bury the rest. And they're not going to show all of your stickers in the same set of search results because they're just competing with themselves. Etsy doesn't care that it's a different image. They're just looking at the SEO and they're seeing it's the exact same. So to fix this, you need to diversify your keywords. So for one product, you might do something like cottagecore mushroom sticker. Another product, maybe it's retro pink flamingo decal. And you're expanding your keyword reach and training the algorithm that you serve multiple types of customers. A good rule of thumb is the rule of 8, which means 8 unique sets of long tail keywords per listing. And if you want to know if you have done this successfully, all you have to do is just simply take the titles. You can import this into ChatGPT and you can ask how many unique sets of long tail keywords am I using in my titles, with the long tail keywords being at least 3+ words. And you will see if you have enough unique sets of long tail keywords. You should multiply your listing count by the number 8, and that's how many long tail keywords you should have in your shop. Now you can fix all of this and your listing still won't convert if your photos look like everyone else's, because Etsy is visual and the best photo sometimes wins. In this next video, I'm breaking down exactly how to do high converting listing photos, and I'll give you real examples of the do's and the don'ts. So make sure you check out this next video.